Okay, hello Miss Novalita Francisca Tungka. We are from Group 2 and we are going to present to you about the lesson plan that we have just arranged. So, the Group 2 members are me, Denny Fernando Oya, and Mutiara Dele Pertiwi, and Menanda and Tirahayu. The title of our lesson plan is Exploring Food, Building English Skills Through Food Temps Lesson. The table of content of our lesson that I'm going to explain to you. First, about the lesson plans. Number 2 is procedure and learning steps. Number 3 is assessment of learning outcomes. First, about the lesson plan. So the title of this lesson plan is Exploring Food, Building English Skills Through Food Temp Lesson. The topic is food, like and dislike. The aim of this lesson plan is at the end of the course, the student will be able to know the name of foods in English. Then the student will be able to use simple sentences to express their opinion about like and dislike food. Another aim is to teach students the attitude to respect others' opinion and to develop students' ability to speak. The learner level for this lesson plan is level A1, which is beginner, and we took the fifth grader of the elementary school, which is about 9 to 10 years old. And the time allocation for this lesson plan is 2 times 60 minutes, which means this lesson plan will take 2 times of meeting which will take 60 minutes per each. Then about the teaching material, media and technology that used in this plan. The teaching material for meeting 1 is food vocabulary, when we take the reference from the YouTube links below. And for meeting 2, expressing like and dislike, we took the reference from the link below. For meeting 1, we take the reference from the YouTube, and in meeting 2, we took the reference from the Google. And the learning media. There are 4 learning media that we use in this lesson plan. First, the visual aids. Number 2 is the student's worksheet. The third is whiteboard, and fourth, interactive games. Visual aids it used to help students make connection between spoken and written words in order to improve their understanding and ability to memorize. Student worksheets are used to allow students to exercise themselves, write well, and enrich their vocabulary. And whiteboard is used to explain the concept, to write down the keywords, and to interact with students in discussion. The fourth, interactive games, mention 3 kinds of food, vegetable, and fruits. This game is used to make the vocabulary learning become more fun and interesting. And then technology that used in these lesson plans are laptop, projector, and YouTube application. Laptop is used to provide the learning material, and projector is used to present the material to the students visually, such as pictures and videos. And last, YouTube application is used as the source of the learning material. And then the introduction. In the learning process, students will learn about food vocabulary and express like and dislike. The first meeting, they will be introduced to food vocabulary through video and learn how to express the food they like and dislike. Teacher will teach them to use simple sentences to express their preference. Next slide will be about procedure and process of the learning steps. The slide will be presented to you by Mutiara Dele Pertiwi. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Denny. My name is Mutiara Delia Pertiwi, and I'm going to explain the learning process and procedure for meeting 1. The purpose of this meeting is to introduce basic food vocabulary in English. There are 4 activities in this first meeting. First, pre-activity, which will take 10 minutes, where the teacher greets the students and do short conversation about their favorite food. Second, core activity, which will take 30 minutes, where the teacher will show various pictures of food, fruits, and vegetables to students. In every slide of the picture, the teacher asks the students, Is there anybody knows what is the name of this food? The purpose of this activity is to sharpen students' ability to identify and to push the students to participate actively in the class. The teacher also should give positive feedback to all responses from the students. And if there's no response, the teacher should guide the students. Then the teacher introduces the food's name and its characteristic in English, and then let the students repeat it to exercise their spelling. Third exercise, which will take 10 minutes, where the teacher will distribute the worksheet that contain blank spaces for the students to write down the name of the food in English. Then ask them to read what they have just written. Fourth, and the last activity in this meeting, closure, which will take 10 minutes, where the teacher will motivate the students to use new vocabulary in sentences or simple dialogue, and summarize the main points and give positive feedback to students' improvements. So that's all for the first meeting. The procedure and process of meeting 2 will be explained by May Ananda. May Ananda, the time is yours.
Thank you, Mutiara, and I will explain the meeting part 2. Meeting part 2 purpose enrich students vocabulary about food and train them use it in sentence that expression like and dislike. And then the first pre-activity 5 minutes review previous food vocabulary that have been learned of previous meeting through short games names 3 kinds of food to improve students' quickly thinking ability. And then core activity 35 minutes expressing like and dislike 15 minutes. The teacher introduced the student to the vocabulary and sentence to express and ask about likes and dislikes in the context of food. And then speaking practice number 1, the teacher divides the students into small group consist of 3. And then number 2, the teacher instructs the students to discuss with their own group about their like and dislike food using new vocabulary they've learned. Explain to the students the importance of respecting their group member and give equal chance to male and female on participating in the discussion to emphasize their awareness about gender equality. And then number 3, the teacher limits the time for discussion into 5 minutes. Number 4, before the presentation begins, the teacher emphasizes the importance of respecting others' opinion to the students and teach them to respect and follow the difference in giving opinion. And number 5, the teacher instructs the student to present the result of their discussion in front of the class. The purpose of the activity is to improve students' ability to communicate, one of demanded skill and of changing country. And number 6, through discussion, students will have this chance to improve their friendship, such as listening with empathy, follow the difference in giving opinion and working in a team. And then number 7, The teacher gave feedback to the spelling and to use of incorrect words. And then closer 20 minutes, the teacher observes the vocabulary of expression that considered difficult for the students. And then number two, the teacher evaluates the learning outcome by conducting oral examination by asking the student individually by following tech step. The teacher showed three kinds different food by using flashcard to the student and then asked the student to mention the name of it in English. And then what food do you like? And then what food you don't like. Okay, the next slide presented will be by Putri Rahayu. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ananda. Hello, my name is Putri Rahayu, so I will continue this presentation about our lesson plan on the section Assessment of Learning Outcomes. This section consists of two parts. As you can see on your screen, there is part A and also part B. So first, let's talk about part A. So, part A is about teacher assessment of students during learning activities. There are three types of assessment aspects in this lesson plan, including attitude, knowledge, and skill. So let's first talk about the first assessment, that is attitude. The teacher assesses students' attitude related towards gender equality and providing equal speaking opportunities to all their classmates regardless their gender. And then the second attitude to assess is friendship. In this lesson plan, there is an activity to exchange opinion about food. So, teacher will assess students' attitude related in respecting their classmates' opinion. And then the second assessment is knowledge. In line with the aims of this lesson plan, the aspects of knowledge assessment are including vocabulary, understanding, spelling, and suitability of word selection in communicating session. And then the last assessment is skill. The teacher will assess students' abilities in communication and pronunciation. And then we're moving on to the part B, that's about students' learning outcome assessment tools. As its title, this part is about tools that teacher will use to assess the three types assessment aspect from part A. The tools teacher will use include three types. So the first tool is observation. This tool is used to assess students' attitudes during learning activities. And then the second tool is individual assignment in the form of fill in the blanks. This tool is used to assess student knowledge and understanding about food vocabulary. And then the last tool is oral examination in the form of one-on-one question and answer that happen between teacher and student. These tools is used to assess students' spelling or pronunciation and suitability of vocabulary used in communicating. So with that, we have reached the end of this video presentation. It has been a pleasure to share about our lesson plan, and I hope you found this video presentation helpful and also informative. If you have any question or wanted to share your opinion about our video presentation, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it thumbs up. Thank you all for watching this video. Until next time.